Amin Tabatabaei. Amin, he is a dangerous, aggressive player. Magnus, is that his streaming room, David? What's going on there?
Yeah, whenever we see Magnus Carlsen backed up by a lot of chairs, we know he's at home in Oslo, his favourite place to play. And, okay, he's back home. Will home comforts suit him? It's the Spanish, the open Spanish, where black captures a pawn in the centre very early with the knight, going a pawn up, but gives the pawn back. This is trendy stuff. Magnus with great chair quality, air quality, all of it. But this opening, it tends to be very forceful. I've seen games here analysed up to moves 20, 30. Who has done the better homework? Magnus playing a slightly rare move on this last turn.
It often comes down to who's done the better homework, and the fact that Amin is picking this Jovanka, I guess, is an exciting sign. It means he wants a nice, sharp battle.
Yeah, he certainly does. And one of Magnus Carlsen's biggest assets is that he's able to switch up the openings, play unconventional thing, because he's able to draw on his extensive knowledge of pattern recognitions of when, how to transpose into different positions and different variations. He's one of the few that can do this.
And does that also make him the hardest player to prepare against?
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to some grandmasters, and they were talking about the older generation and the differences between the new generations. And the new generations, they were saying that it's all mainly move by move, it's very much calculation based. They have very good instincts. But whereas Magnus is looking at strategy as well as being phenomenal at calculation. So he's able to combine those two qualities and just overwhelm the younger players. But of course, the younger players, they're adapting, they're learning new skills all the time. And in the meantime, we see lots of trades on the board, and I see that black has stolen an exchange.
Yeah, we have to jump into the chess because Magnus Carlsen has sacrificed material. As Jovanka says, it's rook for bishop right now. He's sacrificed the exchange, and I've got to say, this is something I've never seen before. Despite playing the Spanish with both colours my whole life, Magnus coming up with rare, or at least new ideas. And let's jump in to investigate what's happened. I think we have to backtrack and do an action replay. This is the current position. If we do a quick count, it is rook for bishop. But it was here that Magnus made the decision after black's bishop pinned the white knight. He said, okay, do your worst. I'm just going to simply nudge your bishop. But after knight takes knight, he realised maybe part of the plan. He cannot capture this knight in a desirable way. For example, if you take with the queen, simply your pawns will be shattered. Another pawn will drop off, and look at the mess around the white king. Instead, he says, okay, I can't take your knight, I'm going to take your bishop instead. And what is the result? We have, a weak pawn, a target in the centre. But is that enough compensation? We talk about the bishop pair. What do we think here? Is this a gamble by Magnus?
Yeah, it must be preparation. I mean, we know Magnus does gamble occasionally. His preparation looks pretty.
more progress. Draw, the most likely outcome now?
It should be. Unless we see a miracle here, the bishop and knight endgame, as Simon predicts.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that, but it's a bit of a pipe dream here. And I mean, why can't White take the other pawn? That might be worth showing. I mean, there is a pawn that White could try to grab here, David, potentially, but it seems very risky because the White king at the moment is controlling two pawns, and if you ever move away from one of them, things could go very wrong. But that seems like the only thing that needs to be calculated here, really. Okay, try something else, though, maybe.
Let's try something else. Let's just show king takes pawn here would actually be a huge mistake because suddenly the black king would be free, no longer tied down to this e-pawn. The black king would walk in and this pawn will promote. Maybe even the king will help this pawn promote. So you cannot allow the enemy king to get active. So here we see the status quo just being maintained. This is the game. And it still looks like Magnus not taking too many risks. Still some knight checks in the air, but we've seen virtually this position before. They're going round in circles now, trying to tease each other, trying to trick each other.
Yeah, and it's quite good for Amin that he does have these waiting moves because I can tell you one thing, his clock was making me nervous. It got down to 7 seconds, but because he can just shuffle the bishop backwards and forwards, it's all okay.
Do you know if they repeat the position 3 times? Is it an automatic
Yes,
draw?
yes.
Because it seems to me they've repeated this position about 100 times now, but I wouldn't be surprised they fall into a threefold repetition quite soon, with the king maybe dropping back now.
And they are repeating?
They're repeating, yeah. That makes sense.
And Amin leans back, and that's a draw.